What's good? This your boy Mike S. And with that being said, this Letterman versus Slayer. Um, Now this was I thought they both showed up very well this week. I got to give this battle props. They both stepped up their game this week pretty good. Slayer, I like how you stepped up your flow this week. I like the aggression in your voice for some of the punchlines that you used. It didn't work throughout the whole thing, but for some of the punchlines, it worked perfectly this week. I'm glad to see that you actually put energy into it. It helped liven up your flow, and it even made you more audible. Like it actually took away from your accent a lot more, and you were very audible. Of course, some people probably still complain about that, but I thought this week barely noticeable. I think you showed up this week pretty well, man. I like the way you executed some punchlines. I think you could have had more impact along in the wording. Your wording was a little shaky in most of the punchlines, but the lines that I did like, your opener was cool. It wasn't really a punchline. It was just an opener, but I liked it how you was like something about you'll regress or he regressed faster than Joe's ability to run the league or something like that. I like the line where you was talking about how his nostrils, you overdose on crack instead. The one line I did like was when you was like, you tried to discredit, and that's all you did to yourself. That was pretty cool. The other line that was nice was beating Barcotic when he didn't show. Even that was close. There was a little bit of wordplay on the one where you was playing off Simba, and the only time you lying is when your parents are identifying you at the morgue or some shit like that. I like the little wordplay in there. It's a little played out concept, but you was trying. I like the one where it was like letters reaching off the line. That was pretty cool. And then you close it was pretty nice. I like the little scheme you did with the WWE shit and then how he'll be finished rock bottom or something like that. That was pretty cool. This week overall, Slayer, I think is probably the best I've ever seen you come. That's not saying too much. I've only seen a few battles, but yeah, that was the best I've ever seen you come. I hope you keep up that energy. And if you keep that up, your flow will only get better. Your delivery, your emphasis on the punchlines, you'll actually know when to be aggressive and when to be humorous, but keep working on it. Definitely improved your verse this week. As far as Letterman goes, man, I gotta tell Letterman, man, he went off on this battle right now. I'm not saying it was like the best verse of the year or the best verse that's ever gonna be dropped, but this week I like Letterman's approach, man. He came with a shitload of wordplay. He had a couple schemes in there. I don't see that too often in this league. I think overall he went in, man. He went in. His presentation was well executed, in my opinion. It was tough because I thought Slade was going to take this until I heard Letterman's verse. Now it just made it even closer. So, with that being said, I'm not going to tell you who I vote for yet, but this is what I seen in Letterman, man. He had a couple nice choices of wordplay, man. That shit flowed throughout the whole thing. His delivery was executed in a professional point. I mean, he didn't get overly too energetic or nothing, but it was very audible. If y'all didn't catch those punchlines, there's something wrong with you, because I heard both of them audible very well this week compared to other weeks when they both have battled other opponents. That means last season and the first week of this season. But anyways, the lines I like from yours was something about step up two, a bad sequel or some shit like that. The Aaron Hernandez, you're getting stuck behind bars like Aaron Hernandez is like a nice little metaphor right there, man. I like that. That was an alright punch right there. And these cans got your name on it. I ain't trying to share a coat. That line was pretty cool. Something about a headshot, something. That's a selfie. That line was pretty cool. Then something about the ratchet is the only time you see bring a ratchet or something is like a ghetto argument. I thought it was pretty humorous when you said he was a preteen version of Mimic. That was pretty nice, and that whole scheme to close it out was pretty ill. Like how you went from preteen version to Mimic and then started talking about Mimic's verse, how you went into that whole scheme right there, and then how he talked about how it'll come out a different person and that it'll literally come out another person when you stick it in. That was a nice closer, man. I'll give you there. Now, battle-wise, overall, man, this was real close, man. I really want to give this to Slayer, how he stepped it up, but that won't be right to his opponent. So judging both verses, I actually thought they was pretty equal. I think I had 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6. I had 7 lines from each one. Although I think Letterman, he had more punchline-wise. The reasons why I got 7 lines for Letterman is because I just wanted to emphasize I like the wordplay on that lion line. And then his opener, where he regressed faster than Joe's ability to run this league, that was all right too, man, but it wasn't punchlines itself. So overall, I think Letterman had more punches. His wordplay was on point. He had a lot of multi-usage, man, but all right, someone picked out saying people are voting off that. I am not voting off that. If you really think I'm voting off that shit, you're an idiot. But that does help in a battle. So with that being said, I like the whole multi-usage in Letterman's verse because it connected with punches at the same time. Letterman had more punch material. I just think his verse came harder this week. It was a close battle. I'm glad they both stepped up this week. They stepped up to the right opponent because they both stepped up. So, I mean, it's not like you could consider one of them. I think this is a close battle, actually. I think this is a battle of the week right here. I like how they both came out. So with that being said, I got Letterman taking this one, and he's edging it barely. So yeah, that's who I got winning. So good battle, y'all too, man. I hope y'all keep stepping it up from here on out. That was nice presentations from y'all. Good shit.